The chill ran down my spine as I entered the dilapidated movie house. It stood as a shadow of its former glory, a decaying relic of a bygone era. The once gleaming marquee now flickered weakly, spelling out cryptic words that sent shivers through me. I stepped inside, and the musty odor of old velvet seats and forgotten popcorn filled my nostrils. The dimly lit hallway stretched endlessly before me, its walls adorned with faded movie posters. It was as if time had stopped here, and the echoes of long-lost laughter and whispered secrets still hung in the air. I hesitated but knew I couldn't turn back. My curiosity had brought me here, to this forsaken place, where legends of a cursed movie played on a loop. People said that anyone who watched it was never the same again. I had scoffed at such tales, but now I wasn't so sure. I reached the ticket counter, and an ancient-looking attendant stared at me with empty eyes. He wore a tattered uniform, his face hidden beneath a wide-brimmed hat. Without a word, he handed me a ticket that bore no movie title, only a cryptic symbol that made my heart race. With trembling hands, I pushed through the heavy velvet curtains and entered the cavernous theater. It was almost empty, save for a few solitary figures scattered among the rows of seats. Their eyes were fixed on the screen, unblinking, as if trapped in some dreadful trance. I took my seat in the back, my heart pounding in my chest. The lights dimmed, and the projector flickered to life. The screen came alive with grainy images, and a haunting melody filled the air. I watched in morbid fascination as the cursed movie began. The story unfolded like a nightmare. A group of friends stumbled upon an abandoned mansion in the woods, their laughter turning to terror as they ventured deeper inside. Each room held unspeakable horrors, and as the friends dwindled in number, the mansion seemed to feed on their fear. I couldn't tear my eyes away from the screen, even as the scenes grew more grotesque and horrifying. The mansion's walls seemed to pulsate with a malevolent energy, and the shadows in the corners of the rooms whispered dreadful secrets. Time lost all meaning as I watched, my sanity slipping away with each passing minute. I felt as if I were trapped in the very movie I was watching, the line between reality and fiction blurring into a nightmarish haze. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream echoed through the theater. I tore my gaze from the screen to see one of the other viewers writhing in agony, his eyes rolling back in his head as if possessed. The others around him remained motionless, their eyes fixed on the screen, oblivious to his torment. Panicked, I tried to stand, but an unseen force held me in my seat. My limbs felt heavy, and my voice was trapped in my throat. The cursed movie had me in its grip, and I was powerless to break free. As the movie reached its horrifying climax, I felt a searing pain in my mind. It was as if the very essence of my being was being torn apart, my thoughts and memories unraveling like a frayed thread. I screamed in agony, but my voice was drowned out by the nightmarish cacophony on the screen. And then, in an instant, it was over. The screen went dark, and the theater was silent. The other viewers remained motionless, their eyes vacant. I stumbled out of my seat, my head spinning, and made my way to the exit. As I stepped back into the dimly lit hallway, I felt a profound emptiness inside me, as if a part of my soul had been devoured by the cursed movie. I knew that I would never be the same again, that I had become another victim of the movie house's malevolent power. I stumbled out into the night, the memory of the cursed movie etched into my very being. The movie house stood silent and foreboding behind me, its secrets hidden in the darkness, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to be lured inside.